So we are going to construct your binder for sixth grade today. And your binder is extremely important. You should construct your binder well. You should bring your binder to every single one of your core classes and keep everything in your binder. Your teachers will tell you exactly where to put your materials when it comes to their class. And make sure you take the time to put everything exactly where it belongs. An organized binder is about 10 seconds at a time decisions. Take the 10 seconds it takes to open the rings of the binder, put a piece of paper there, or put it in the proper folder. The general rule of thumb is if a teacher gives you a piece of paper with holes in it, it goes inside the rings of the binder. But again, every teacher will tell you where papers go. Now here's what we're going to need today. We're going to need a blue homework folder. That's going to be provided by the school, so we'll give you one of those. You need a pencil pouch. You'll need a couple of 2-pocket folders. You'll need some paper, 5 dividers, something to write with, and of course a binder. The first thing we want you to do is start with a completely empty binder on your desk. Now we might have to share some space because other students might be constructing a binder at the same time. I'm taking up a lot of room here. You probably won't have that convenience to be able to do that. But we're going to start with a completely empty binder, and we want to open the rings. The cool thing about putting this on video is you can stop it anytime you need to slow it down if I'm going too fast. So what I'm going to do here is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil pouch. My pencil pouch has 3 holes to put in the binder, and it has a spot for pencils, pens, ruler. If you bought reinforcements that fix broken holes on paper, sometimes flashcards fit in there. The first thing you're going to do is put your pencil and pen pocket folder, you're going to put that face down on the left hand side. Face down, left hand side. Once you're done that, take your blue homework folder that the school provides. It's a good heavy folder. This will last you the whole year. Sometimes students put their schedules right here. Sometimes students put their schedules if you have a spot right here. But this is a good spot for your schedule. You'll learn it in a few days anyway. This goes face down, left hand side. All right. Next, we need a divider. Now there are different kinds of dividers. This has the write-on tab. I think these are the easiest to work with. Maybe some of you bought the ones where you have to write on the tab and then insert it into a little plastic tube right here. That's fine. You can do that later, or you can do it now. But the first divider we have, and you could use a pen or a Sharpie, and we have Sharpies for you to share if you need it. This one is going to be math homework. Math homework. Just want to make sure that I have this in the camera. So math homework. Once you've labeled your divider math homework, you put it face down, left hand side. Next, you grab another divider. This one is going to be labeled math notes. Again, I'll check that out there. Math notes. This goes face down, left hand side. Another thing I want to point out is sometimes people buy dividers that have pockets in them. We'd rather you not use those because kids tend to stuff papers in the pockets of a divider instead of using it as a divider. If you did, we have plenty of dividers that we can give you so that you have ones. One of the things that sometimes students struggle with in 6th grade is they don't take the 10 seconds to put papers where they belong. For example, this pocket right here probably won't be used very much. Some students put their schedules there, but we call a student who loads this pocket, we call them a front-end loader. Same thing with your homework folder. Your homework folder should only be for papers that you have to do that night or turn in the next day. You should not have tests, quizzes, you shouldn't have a bunch of papers loaded in your homework folder. There should never be more than 10 or 15 pages tops in your homework folder. Okay. So we've done our math homework divider, we've done our math notes divider. Now we need to do another divider, and this one is called science. Simply science. Okay. We're going to put that face down, left hand side. Now we need a folder. So we're going to take one of our 2-pocket folders. Sometimes students buy folders that have the clasps in the middle and no holes. Those aren't going to work. We do have extras of these if you need them, and we can give them to you. If your folders need to be punched, let us know. We can punch those for you. But the first 2-pocket folder is simply going to be ELA. You can write right on your folder with a Sharpie, ELA. You're going to put that face down, left-hand side. We need one more or another divider. This divider is going to be ELA vocab. ELA vocab. You take that, you put it face down, left-hand side. Your last divider is ELA notes. ELA notes. Remember, this is going very fast. Anytime you need to stop the video, please do so. And you can get caught up. You can rewind to do a step that you missed. Right. We're down to our last folder. And that is, if you haven't figured out yet, social studies. There you go. And that goes face down, left-hand side. Ooh, I was getting ready to close the rings of my binder, but I haven't put paper in yet. So we do have one more thing to put in before we close those rings. This is just a basic package of 150 sheets of paper. You do not want to put a ton of paper in your binder at the start of the year. It just will take up too much space. It'll clog up your binder. So what we just do, no more than 150 sheets. If you bought more than a package of 150, then just approximate about 150. And what you're going to do, just do it a little bit at a time if it all doesn't come in a... Sometimes the whole packet doesn't fit smoothly on the rings. So you put your 150 sheets of paper there. Okay. Close the rings of your binder. Flip everything over. There is your 6th grade binder. So to take a look, I'm going to open up my binder. We're going to ignore this pocket. Sometimes kids put their schedule here. Don't be a front loader. Don't put all sorts of papers here. This is going to rip and break after a little while. And it's just, bad things happen when you front load. You got your pencil pouch. You got your homework folder. This one was given to you by the school. Remember, 10 to 15 sheets tops in here. Just the homework you have that night, what you have to turn in the next day. Don't be a front-end loader here and just load up your homework folder. Everything has a place in here. Flip that over. You have your math homework. Now, when you get something, so Mrs. Bobby and Miss Wood, they give you math homework assignment. To put something in the math homework section, you flip the divider over. This is the cover. This is like the cover of the math homework section. So to put a piece of paper in the math homework section, you turn it over, and so say this sheet right here happens to be my math homework, and that Mrs. Bobby says put this in your math homework section. You actually put that here so that it's inside your math homework section. After the math homework section is math notes. Aftermath notes is science. Then you have your ELA folder. After that, you have your ELA vocab divider. You have your ELA notes divider. You have your social studies folder. And you have paper. If you have extra material, extra folders, extra dividers, put those in your locker. You never know when you're going to need it. The year is very, it's a long year. You're going to have a lot of need to maybe replace folders or replace a divider that's torn out. But if you have extra stuff, don't worry about it. Keep it in your locker. You might need it later on. Treat your binder well. Bring it every core class you go to, bring the binder there. Treat it well. Carry it properly. Don't carry it like this. Don't grab it and walk around with it. The binder has a lifespan. The better you treat it, the longer it lives. The worse you treat it, the less time it lives. So make sure you treat your binder well. I would suggest bringing it home every single night, bringing it back to school, just like your Chromebook. Bring it everywhere you go. If you have any questions, talk to your teacher. If you don't have any supplies, if you need something that's on here, let us know and we'll get it to you. There you go. There's your binder. Treat it well. It's going to help you stay organized in 6th grade.